Okay, let me try to forget. Being bitter blocks your path from healing. Being bitter supports the spirit and the works of jealousy. Being bitter doesn't help you declutter any work, any shadow work, any accountability of you taking out your own trash. Being bitter being bitter also doesn't help you to acknowledge the beauty that's within and about you and your own identity and in your own character, your own talents, your own abilities. Being bitter is more heavier than water weight. It's like it weighs you down and it attracts you overeating, you overdoing something, you overindulging in, I don't know, it could be chocolate, it could be anything. I had to face it because I remember as a kid I'd be angry as hell and I'll go eat a lot of candy, which is why I don't have hardly any teeth in my mouth. I don't care. They don't break me. I'm not ashamed by it. I had grown adults who would shame me by this, and I'm like, wow, that doesn't make you powerful though. Being bitter, it blocks you from healing. But it gives the enemy in the spirit that can use different people from different bodies power. It will give the enemy power. And people who are being used, who brainwashed, they're not recognizing Satan using them. They're not recognizing their own value. They're not recognizing their own worth. They're so busy worrying about you. They're so busy to destroying you. They're not feeding themselves. But they'll promote you to be bitter. They will do things to promote you to be bitter. Because secretly, they're hateful. And if you become bitter because they're hateful, it's like you get stuck. Even if you sober up, even if you get away from toxic environment, toxic people, what's the point if you carry their energy and you away from them? I'm not about to do it. It feels so good not to be bitter. It feels so good to deal with my own issues and be accountable for me. I don't care what people saying, their motive, how they operate, how they look at me. I'm not responsible for that, but I ain't feed into that. I don't care how they view me. I don't care how they feel. So what? They don't like me. Oh well. I wasn't made to get along with people. We all were made for purpose. We all were made for healing. We all were made to evolve. We're all made to grow. We're all made to change. I'm not going to stay the same stage and be broken and bitter all my life because people get a thrill off of it. Be accountable for your own trash. And if you're not going to heal, You're not going to rub that off on me. Why? Because it takes work to heal. And being toxic is draining as hell. Being bitter is draining as hell. But wearing a mask of hate is people who wear masks of hate, they don't let it be known. They have motive behind it. And if I feed into that energy of others who operate out of hate and become bitter, they're not going to get acknowledged for their own works. I'm going to be sharing that energy, and I'm going to be sharing that responsibility, when actuality, I need to deal with the works of being bitter and change my whole attitude, my whole works, my whole outlook on life and all that. And I'm not bitter. But dealing with constant warfare, constant people lying, constant people plotting, constantly, it wakes up an anger where you hate certain people. And it makes one extremely bitter. Like, forget being nice. Forget being giving. Forget all that. Because I notice when I be nice, I'm being used or abused from these folk who being nice themselves, who cover up their motive, but they don't want to be called out. But I'm being nice and genuine, and they will twist that and try to use that to call me out and make it where I can't defend myself or speak on my issues or defend myself. Satan is a lie. Because I feel like this: stand on what you say, stand on what you about, stand on it. If I'm bitter, I will operate like that 24/7. If I'm loving, I will operate that way 24/7. People who are narcissistic individuals, they come around when they got motive, but they have hate on the inside. They can't even be themselves around people. Because for so long, they haven't dealt with themselves. The system supports them wearing a mask and support their addictions and support their flaws because they're being used as puppets. And don't let you expose them verbally. They will try to use reverse psychology and flip it out on you. It's like they try to put you through more abuse once you expose them. But at a certain point in time, enough is enough with abuse. Enough is enough with their ways. Enough is enough. Also with being bitter. And that's within myself. So with every attack, with every encounter with a narcissistic individual, how about I use that to get my power back? Use that as reason to heal. Use that as reason to find the presence of God in every environment. And not only expose what people do for money, what people do for power, what people can do for control, and how they block others from healing. Because on the flip side of that, is try to work on what attracted you from having brokenness where narcissistic feel like I can manipulate you. I can break you. I can make you be low where you don't have no confidence. You come to me. You have no identity. You can come to me. You feel like you have no wisdom. Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah. It's a narcissistic system and narcissistic individuals' worst nightmare when you heal. It's a nightmare for them. When you really heal and recognize the game they play, and you energetically expose them, you don't have to do it verbally. Energetically, it's worse. Energetically, it's worse because verbally, they're just going to use reverse psychology and deny it. No. No. Narcissistic individuals hate that. They hate that. Oh, they hate that. They hate that. But what's the opposite, or what stops one becoming bitter is love. Is remembering God's love that's outside of ourselves, but it's also surrounding all of us, covering all of us, hoovering us, sheltering us, protecting us. Who put this virtue of healing in our body? That was made out of love. That wasn't made out of ego. That wasn't made out of pride. That was made out of protection and a reminder you were made from love. And you were made to heal because God is full of healing. That He wanted to share that with His creation. That's a lot of love. I'm going to go back to that before I stay bitter. I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to go back to that. Because I know that love will remind me of the love that's within me, for me to be confident and for me to evolve, even when the environment is not evolving, even when the energetically the surrounding is toxic. I'm gonna go get in His presence. That's gonna heal that bitterness and give me a way of an escape. Heal my heart, renew my mind, and revive the right spirit within me. It makes me want to get in his presence right now, just talking about it. What can help you get there? A clear mind, a clear conscience, a sincere heart, real love for God. And every time I unite with that love, it set my soul on fire. And I can look back on I was being bitter about what? About who? About experience that love. And it's like an outer body experience. Like, what was I doing? Why was I doing that? Who was it? Who was it about? That wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Because every time I get in his presence and I experience his love, and it promotes me to have a clear conscience. It promotes me to have a clean heart. It promotes me to get back in every time I get a taste. It's like, nah, I need more. I need more of that, because this bitterness it's not fulfilling me. That love fulfills me. That love does something to my confidence. It does something to my heart. It reminds me of my grandpa, my grandfather's love. It reminds me of my aunt's love. Ones who reminded me to keep my mind on God. Ones who reminded me to go back to God. Ones who remind me to keep talking to him because he listened. Ooh. So you have to discover who you are when the more you get in his presence, and the more you choose not to be bitter, and the more you choose not to be lustful, and the more you choose not to have addictions, and the more you choose to recognize the what's, the whys, the where it come from. It come from some abuse in childhood. It come from something that wasn't balanced in childhood. A lot of us didn't have a balanced home growing up. It's not to judge others and judge oneself, but to say, you know what, we all deserve love when we was a child, and we all deserve love now as adults. So I'm going to respect myself, and I'm going to respect others even if they don't respect themselves. I'm going to give them that room to have that ability and evolve. accountability is being aware, is also choosing to be happy, choosing to not be bitter, choosing healthy patterns to live by, to having your characteristics, your personality, choosing that. It's a choice. It's not given. It's a choice. One gotta fight like hell to keep it. One's own identity, one's own accountability. One's have to fight like hell to keep it. Ain't no way I'm gonna do shadow work and folk gonna come around and be manipulative and make one broken more. No, you're gonna be accountable too. I done been through many years of abuse and abusing bad habits that brought on more trauma and abuse. I'm not going through that again. I'm not going through that again. For nobody. I don't care who it is. So if folk don't like the negative energy and works behind projecting, they might want to watch what they do and say. This is not threatening. Good thing about constantly going through abuse and warfare, you can label each sin, each spirit, each abuse, each reason why, what, here, where it come from, how you get rid of it. But you gotta face that. It's ugly. It's painful. But you gotta face it. The quicker you face it and more direct you face it, the easier it is to eliminate the problem. When I first started finding healing, I didn't realize I was made to heal. That's why I'm saying this, because it's healing itself. I'm saying this because we all were made to heal. Look at your body. Why does God leave a thorn in the body? It's because he wants you to keep calling on him, but also know you were made to constantly heal. It's a flow of healing within you. It's a flow of virtue within you. It's a flow of greatness within you. It's a flow of power in you. There's a flow of love around you that the narcissistic system doesn't give you credit for. They don't want you to discover it. They don't want you to find value in it. Because if you find value in it, it disowns them of their power, and they have to reflect on themselves as individuals. So it feels good to choose not to be bitter because it was heavy on me for at least, I don't know how long. It was like an anger brewing. Every attack, every slander, it just was brewing. But it wasn't brewing for me to be destructive towards people. It was brewing for me to expose them. But it also was brewing for me to be self-destructive. And it's like for so many years I've done that. And Most High was telling me, showing me, how long you going to operate like that? How long you gonna be like that? These people who hate you, who plot against you, who jealous of you, they even use your weakness to throw it back in your face. How long you gonna? It's like a slap in the face. Wake up, heal, wake up, grow, wake up, get your power back, wake up, get your confidence back, wake up. Don't let no man break you. Wake up, get back in tune with who you are. Wake up, get back into your gifts, your talent. Wake up, don't let no man break you. Wake up, wake up. You have a good day.